Howdy folks, Doc here with Last Best Tool, and these three little pieces together comprise the Vamplier recessed screw extractor, and you can also see, other branding in here. This is the handle, hard plastic, and I kept looking at it thinking, is there more to this? Does it come apart or anything? Nope, it's just designed a certain way. As far as I can tell, for your right hand, put it in, put 2 fingers on each side of where the bit gets inserted, right here. And then this is more like a thumb rest or something. So that seems to be the design. But anyway, let's go to the business end of these things. There are 2 bits here. Basically, if you've got a good screw, you don't use these. Although you might be able to get away with it with this one right here, but it's not designed as a screwdriver. And then as the screws get more and more damaged or recessed, then you may go to this one here. So they're both designed for number 2 Phillips. However, you might get some slotted success out of this one as well. This has a kind of like a chisel end. This is designed for striking it with a hammer. And then this one also would fit into a drill or something if you really wanted to use it, like taking apart a deck or something like that. This might work. And of course, both of them are designed to fit into this handle as well. So let's take a look at some screws here. I have my Japanese mascot. I got this in Tokyo many years ago. Godzilla is kind of a mascot. And I'm working more with Japanese pliers here. Here's another one, even though it might be made somewhere else. Japanese brands. So anyway, I've got some demo screws here that some of them aren't too bad. Some of them are pretty messed up. Security screw here, drilled out deck screws there, recessed screw here. So here's how this thing works. On the standard bit for most damaged but not super damaged screws, you drop that in and then try to get a grip. Now this is a tiny screw, so this is a little tougher, but what you want is to just push until you get it kind of seated, and then give it a sharp little twist. You can see that that's starting to twist there. Not a constant pressure turn, sometimes that pops out, but once I get it in there, that was constant. You want to kind of push and jerk and see if you can get that thing to start spinning. In this case, I am getting some spin. I kind of move this around till I feel a good edge or good connection, and then give it a push and a twist till I can get that thing out of there. This one here, this is kind of like a stripped deck screw. I can get a little bit better purchase on that one, and that I can turn. That one's a little tougher, a little ground out a little bit more. I'll head back to that. This guy, you see, it's not doing very well on that one. I should be able to, but I'm going to go with the other. But anyway, what you do with this, what they recommend, is you kind of line it up, and then you hit it with a hammer. Whoops. Line it up, and then you want to hit it, they say, until it stands up on its own, just like that. And then you would drop the handle onto it, or any other handle that fits. Get my hand out of the way here. Slide it down, there we go. And then, whoops, pretend like it's still stuck. That's really in there. I mean, I guess that's the point, huh? I'm gonna have to hammer that thing again. Get it down in there. I'll hold it a little tighter here. Line that up. There we go. Keep that in there. see it's bringing up the wood along with it right here. Kind of hard to do without blocking the camera. But there it is, it's coming out. You can see it's starting to rise up. So that's what this thing's all about. It does come with this removable kind of rubber collar right here to help you help you give it a little bit more grip when you're holding, pounding, or maybe even just if you can get enough to twist it, but it slides. As far as security screws, nope, not designed for those. And it's not designed for certain other kinds of screws, depends on what they are, unless you get, particular bits. They just don't work. But otherwise, yeah, it does work fairly well. And sometimes we really need screw extraction. Where I would use this probably, honestly, is when I'm taking apart stuff, especially with deck screws. Or really coarse threaded ones, simply because those they just start to strip out, especially with an electric tool. And once they do, you kind of pound them through or cut them off or whatever. But I could see this being handy for that, so I'm glad they designed it. In fact, I'll grab a tool here to drop it on. My little M12 Surge. And you can see, look at that. Screw extraction drill bit. This whole set here sells for about, sorry about that guy, sells for about $33, something like that on the Vamplier site, or possibly on Amazon. I'll have to look it up. But if that's the kind of thing you need, well, there's a solution. And with that, Doc out.